All right, let's close out this little notification I have on the screen here so I can go live. This is my first live video with Send It Delivery Co. I'm stopped here at a rest station on the way to Colorado, being my first stop, then Salt Lake City, Utah, then finally Chico, California. Colorado, the stop is Aspen, one of my favorite towns in Colorado, so super excited about that. In the van, obviously I have 3 separate items, 3 separate locations. One is a couch, which you can just see a little snippet of right there. There's a couple chairs, actually 8 of them, and a table in the back. Chairs going to Aspen, table going to Salt Lake City, couch going to Chico. Let's jump into the topic of this video. Obviously, I'm gonna post this video on my channel because I don't think anyone's gonna join live. Maybe they will, who knows. One of the reasons I'm stopping is just because I think it's kind of important to stop at every rest area to get out, stretch, move around, and also check the load, especially since everything's very tight in here. So I have a lot of foam. I'm not able to really look at the screen as I'm showing you, so I apologize if something's not right here, but got a lot of foam in place just to make sure that no contact happens between items. It's important, not just because I care about my customers and their items, which I do, but also I care about my success as an individual and as a business, and anything that happens will make my customers very unhappy and me even more unhappy, because long after it's resolved for them, it may still not be resolved for me. I may still be paying out of pocket to make things right. So just doing everything I can, besides having a larger vehicle, because that is not in the realm of what I can do right now. So really I'm doing everything I can to just make sure everything is good, stays good for the customers. Hello BTM Radio Kid, thanks for joining. So that's why I'm stopped here, just checking everything out. And the topic of the video is that I purchased, as Send It Delivery Co., I decided to purchase JimmyRigs LLC, which is my other business. Obviously, they were 2 separate entities. LLCs are always a separate entity from the owner, whereas a sole proprietorship, which is what Send It Delivery Co. is not a separate entity from the owner. So that's why I was able to make the decision to buy what most people, just using common terminology, would call my own business. Well, there's still a transaction that can happen there. Kind of the way this came about is that the other day I got a phone call out of the blue. It showed a spam risk. I almost didn't pick it up, but I decided to pick it up. And it was somebody who wanted to buy JimmyRigs LLC from me. And I had no idea really what to offer on it, what it was worth. I thought I'd just reach for something. And so I said, okay, yep, I'm willing to sell it, $10,000. And he said, well, yeah, we can't do 10. Actually, I think he asked a couple questions. He said, do you have Amazon Flex? And I said, I actually just got an email from Amazon Flex and I was invited to sign up for it. However, I don't have a semi, so I wasn't able to sign up for it. And he said, okay. So, and then I kind of clarified, what do you want to buy? You want to buy the business name? You want to buy the DOT number? What do you want? He said, well, we want the DOT number, the MC number, the business name. Thanks, Kyle Callahan Rothel. Appreciate your sub. Appreciate it. Very cool. So after he clarified, he said, okay, we can do $5,000 if there's no business debt. And I said, well, to be honest with you, there's about $5,000 of business debt. So that kind of cancels out. And he sounded kind of disappointed. What I kind of gathered is that it is somebody who, for whatever reason, is not able to get in with Amazon Flex, but they know that the DOT number and the MC number with my business is eligible for that, and they want to do Amazon Flex. So they're probably willing to purchase the business just to get in with Amazon Flex. And so he ultimately declined because of the business debt, but I was willing to sell the business to him for $5,000. In other words, basically a no money exchanged deal. He takes the business, he takes all the assets, all of the debts, and I don't get any money, but the business is gone, right? And then I can just focus on Send It Delivery Co. And then later on, as I was considering purchasing the truck and the trailer that is really intended for use and built for Send It Delivery Co. Built for JimmyRigs LLC. As I was considering purchasing those from my business, and then as I am kind of looking at what's going on right now, where I'm transporting a table, and I'll show you here. Oh, this is not the correct paper. The other one has my business name on it, right? And by my business name, I mean my business name, JimmyRigs LLC, which kind of makes this a little bit of a not transparent situation if I don't. It makes it a little bit of a imbalanced situation. Not that's not transparent, but it's a little bit imbalanced, because if I am taking loads that I'm able to book under JimmyRigs LLC, then I'm gaining a benefit. I'm gaining a benefit from that company, but denying the responsibilities, by which I mean that I was not willing to pay for the vehicle, wasn't willing to pay for the ongoing business debt that I have under that business. I wasn't willing to pay for any of that out of Send It Delivery Co. And I think that's all fine. Hi, Gunner. Nice to have you on here. Thanks a lot. So I think it's all fine to say, hey, I'm not going to pay out of Send It Delivery Co.'s pocket for a separate business, because that would be unfair to this business and its success. But just the other day, I did book an item under the other business name. And that's simply because on uship.com, just the letter U, then the word ship.com, which is something I signed up for a couple of years ago. My business name there is JimmyRigs LLC. And I don't think I can change that. I've actually wanted Sia Gunner. Thanks a lot for stopping in. If I could have changed that to Send It Delivery Co., I would, but that name is locked in place. So then I'm getting a benefit from the other business, but denying the responsibility for those costs of the other business, and that's not really fair. That's not really completely 100% transparent, I don't think. So I realize that I'm in a position where I kind of either have to deny any benefit from the other business, or I have to accept that I'm effectively taking over that business. And I feel really good about that, and really like it's a legitimate step, since I was genuinely just the other day willing to sell that business for a break-even cost, essentially just willing to hand it over to somebody and just forget about it. But since that didn't go through, I still have to make a decision as the business owner of that business what to do. And I think that it seems, whenever you make a major business decision, there's going to be reasons to do it and reasons not to do it. And you have to balance those. You have to weigh them out and make the best decision you can. And I think there's always some uncertainty whenever you make a big decision in business or a big decision in life. But it seems convincing enough, seems probable enough that it is in the best interest of Send It Delivery Co. to go ahead and purchase JimmyRigs LLC. And the benefits that Send It Delivery Co. gets is it gets some equipment. I get a pickup truck, but I do still have payments I need to make on that truck. I get the enclosed trailer, which has work that needs to be put into it. And finally, the one that I'm really most interested in is I get a triple axle boat trailer. Those are the assets that are getting passed over. But besides those assets, I also get access to U-Ship under the business name JimmyRigs LLC, which is significant. And I get access to Curry, Curri, which is another app-based delivery platform. And I think that there's not a whole lot of action on Curry local to me, but once I'm in California, there may be. And I'm certain that as of the last time I drove through Colorado, there was a lot of activity on it. And enough so that I thought I could just have a van, live the van life out in Colorado, which is a really cool place to do that, and make like $200-300 a day just with that one platform alone. So that's not a bad option at all. So all those things are opened up by purchasing my LLC, and kind of the real benefit is shortcutting a lot of the processes that happen when you build a business, because it takes time to get approved for the websites, the apps, the platforms you want to be on. It takes time to build business relationships, earn customers' business and repeat business, all those things. So really the biggest benefit, I think, is that I'm shortcutting a lot of the process. And apparently this is something anyone can do. Anybody out there could look up a business on the FMCSA's website, Safer. You can look it up with a Google search of the term DOT search, Department of Transportation. That's a DOT number. DOT search, first top result, or one of the top results, will be FMCSA Safer website DOT number search. You can search by number, you can search by name, you might be able to search by criteria. There's probably other websites that even do a better job of pushing out the results based on criteria. You could search for a company that has a pending insurance cancellation, and that tells you that that company maybe is going under. Who knows why they're going under? Might just be that they don't want to be in it anymore. Maybe they couldn't afford their insurance payment. Maybe their insurance messed up and did something wrong, as happened to me last year, causing a cancellation. For whatever reason, that owner may be in a position where they would consider selling their business. Maybe it isn't serving them in the way that they want it to anymore. So this is not, I don't think this is just an opportunity that I was able to take only because I personally had built an LLC business previously. I think it's an opportunity that anyone could pursue. And obviously this other person who called me out of the blue was pursuing. So I'm going to take that opportunity. And along with those benefits to Send It Delivery Co., definitely come some major challenges. And the major challenges boils down to the fact that I am taking on the business debts of a business that I had wanted to get away from the business debts of. But the reality, on a personal level, is that my personal moral compass tells me that I am personally responsible for the debts taken on by JimmyRigs LLC, even though technically and legally it is a separate entity from myself. But the reality is that I'm the only owner, I'm the only person who benefits if it does well, and I should be responsible to make things right if things don't go well. Things did not go well last year when my insurance company messed up some paperwork and shut my business down. Wasn't my fault. However, I still have the desire to pursue that insurance company to get them to make it right, because they haven't chosen to do that on their own. So it's just basic morality. I want to benefit from this And if I want to experience the good things with it, I need to take on the bad things with it. That's just the way it is. So making this purchase kind of makes it official. And this is only like day 10, day 11 or so of operating Send It Delivery Co. And I think, you know what this has shown me, or hopefully will show me and show the viewers who are watching, is that even just stepping away from something that was not serving me and too overwhelming at the time, stepping away from JimmyRigs LLC for even just 10, 11 days and just saying, nope, I'm not going to deal with that right now. I'm going to focus 100% on something that is basically starting totally from scratch and starting over. But then it's just been much easier to rebuild from the ground level than to try to sustain something that I had built to like the 10th story, but then wasn't working there. And it seems like trying to just hold on to that, you know, thing you've built to the 10th story is the way to go, you know, and you're just kind of desperately trying to hold on to it. But really in that situation, maybe just starting over with the knowledge that you've gained and the experience that you've gained and everything you've learned, but just starting over at the ground floor is the way to go. Because now I'm only like 10 or 11 days in and I'm already thinking, yeah, this makes sense to go ahead and take on all of this and also gain the benefits of taking it on. So that was the purpose of this video. Why I decided to just kind of go ahead and stop and go live here, mostly just to say that, to publish that update, that business decision that I'm making right now, to purchase JimmyRigs LLC. And obviously it's in the best interest of the LLC to make that transaction as well, since it was not able to take care of itself through the again, situation that is outside the scope of this video. So looks like very probably a good business decision for both businesses, which is the point of making it and why it feels legitimate, like something that would hold up if it was ever questioned by some, you know, whoever wants to question it. I feel that it holds up as a decision that was at least made in good faith of believing that it is the best business decision for both entities. So thanks for everybody who tuned in. There was like eight people on at one point. There's one person who maybe I've seen at least one person on for the last 10 minutes or so, so maybe one person has stuck with me through the whole video. Thank you, I appreciate it. Hope everyone has a great day, and I will post this onto my YouTube as long as I can figure out how to do so as its own standalone video. All right, see ya everybody. Merry Christmas, happy holidays.